Hello. It is an honor for the First Family to welcome you to the start of Coppin State University's 2023 Black History Month celebration. And I would like to thank our Black History Month committee for putting together a wonderful calendar of events. Black History Month is a time when we as a nation pause to reflect, celebrate, and pay respect to trailblazers, icons, and selfless Black Americans who have and continue to transform our country for the better. In my opinion, the resilience of Black Americans is unmatched. We have made countless contributions to this country and pioneered innovations that changed the world. And we did this in the face of relentless racism, both from individuals and institutions here in the United States. Even with obstacles, we persisted and emerged victorious, standing tall with immeasurable joy and vision that moves, motivates, and inspires all Americans, especially Black Americans.
The joy I feel as a Black American is deeply rooted in our rich history of resilience. Our joy was planted and reinforced by generations past, as well as new emerging leaders who refuse to back down. I'm reminded of Esther McCready, who grew up in East Baltimore. As a teenager, Esther wanted to become a nurse. So in 1949, she applied to the University of Maryland School of Nursing and was rejected because of her race. Instead of accepting that rejection, armed with the resilience of our ancestors, Miss McCready, with the help of Thurgood Marshall, a fellow Baltimorean, civil rights icon, and future Supreme Court Justice, sued the state of Maryland. The Baltimore City Court would rule in her favor. Miss McCready's situation is just one example that when our resilience is unwavering, joy will be ours regardless of the racist actions of others.
I am part of a generation that is the promise of tomorrow and the bridge between what Black Americans have accomplished and what is to come. My generation is watching and listening, and from you we take our cues and will formulate a future built upon your great works and my generation's 21st century ideas. Resilience is part of who we are, and it brings optimism and the joy of knowing that all things are possible.
I find joy in knowing my life is much different than what it could have been, if not for the resilience of incredibly strong Black Americans. Because of their courage, the example of my parents, and the values they have instilled in me, I know I can change the world.
You know, there's no question that Twinette and I are extremely proud of our girls. But as president of one of our nation's best HBCUs, I am proud of Coppin State University and how this university has been a major player in changing lives and transforming our state and nation since 1900. Our fight for greater equity and equality has not only been for Black Americans, but for all Americans. Coppin State University has brought prosperity and joy to tens of thousands of lives and hundreds of Black communities. It is my hope that our Black History Month celebration reminds all of us why we should remain joyful of the progress made and resilient to tackle the challenges ahead. Thank you. Have a great Black History Month, and go Eagles!